What is up, you horror nerds? It is me, your host, once again, Jeremiah Duncan. Welcome back to the channel. Today's review is not a horror movie. What? Yes, it is not. It is actually action, adventure, drama. But I would be doing you, as well as myself, a disservice if I did not mention this movie because of the sheer brutality and gore that is in this movie. And if you haven't seen it, you need to check this movie out, especially if you're a fan of gore. I'm talking about the 2006 rated R Apocalypto. Okay, now, we have a lot to talk about this movie. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 because the story is great. The gore is fantastic. There's guts everywhere. People are dying, and it is fantastic. Now, this runs for 2 hours and 19 minutes, so it's a long one. But it is you're hooked the whole time. It's a great movie. Again, not horror, more the action adventure, but man, as brutal as it can get. It's up there in brutality. Now, okay, here's what we got to talk about. So this was co-written and directed by Mr. Mel Gibson. First off, how do I say this? F that guy, because he's a piece of trash. He is a racist. He is horrible person and has said horrible things, and I do not support that man at all. So steal this movie or borrow it from somebody, but do not support him. I found it used, so somebody else already spent their money on him. But I supported a local bookstore. So find a loophole so you don't have to support Mel Gibson because he's a piece of crap. With all that being said, and I got that off my chest, fantastically directed, and the story is wonderful because it is co-written and directed by him, which I hate to give the man credit because he's a piece of crap, but it is a good movie. The Mayan culture that is portrayed in here is just fascinating to me too. Just to think that there was a civilization that was so far advanced that we basically know nothing about, and to have like a glimpse, or like a real life glimpse into this, and to see their worship of the sun gods and the sacrifices of humans is just so super cool. This thing blew up though. It won like 3 Academy Awards, won Critics' Choice nomination, it had a Golden Globe nomination, it had like 2 nominations for the Academy of sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. I mean, it had a $40 million budget, which I think opening day it only did like 15 million, but I think worldwide now it's like at 120 million, which is pretty wild. But they did use actual, which is pretty cool. They did use actual like indigenous people in here, and they did use like their native tongue, and so it's all subtitled. And I mean, it is just a great story of empowering oneself, empowering through the impossible, and brutal as hell. I loved it, and I hate to say that, but you know what? I'm a man, and I have faults, but it's a great movie. Apocalypto, 7 out of 10, 2006 rated R. If you've seen it, comment below. If you hate Mel Gibson like me, comment below. I'd love to hear how much hatred you have for that man too, because if you love him, comment too. I'll disagree with you, but that's fine. That's what's awesome about this world we live in, is you have an opinion, you can share it. Like, subscribe, hit the death bell for notifications. Stick around, I got more reviews coming to you.